Live from the Plymouth Canton Educational Park.
You're listening to Newsfile at 5:30 on 88.1 The Park.
I'm Anuya, and in tonight's news, PCP schools get high marks from U.S. News, and teens can touch a job at Schoolcraft College.
Now, for the latest news that matters in your community.
U.S. News & World Report recognized the quality education available to students at PCP recently when it released its latest national high school rankings. All three park schools ranked in the top 10% of high schools nationwide and among the top 40 out of 1,700 public high schools in Michigan. Rankings are based on student scores on standardized state tests, extracurricular program offerings, graduation rates, and students' college readiness. P-CCS Executive Director of Communications and Marketing, Nick Brandon, says that the rankings represent a team effort from a lot of groups.
A campus is just a campus. School buildings are just school buildings. What makes PCP what it is our dedicated educators, our supportive families, and of course, our amazing, hardworking students.
For more information about the rankings, visit usnews.com.
Students can try their hand at a future career this month when Schoolcraft College teams up with the Livonia Chamber of Commerce to host Touch a Job. The new event will allow middle and high school students to explore professions that require a certificate or associate's degree. Teens can get hands-on experience with up to 5 different careers of their choosing, ranging from law enforcement and firefighting to advanced manufacturing and computer-aided design. Livonia Chamber of Commerce President Dan West says that the event is perfect for students who aren't interested in a 4-year degree before finding a career.
We're trying to get young people more aligned for families that don't want to take on the debt of a 4-year degree if that's really not their child's passion. But also for middle school kids, this is when young people start to develop their career interests. And we just want to put these types of careers in their brains, in front of them. They're going to actually have hands-on experiences.
Touch a Job will be held on Saturday, September 30th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Schoolcraft College Manufacturing and Engineering Center. For more information, contact the Livonia Chamber of Commerce at 734-427-2122 or email dwest@livonia.org.
Remembering the September 11th attacks tops our look at world and national news tonight. Solemn tributes are taking place today on this 22nd anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. They began in New York City at Ground Zero, where the World Trade Center's Twin Towers were destroyed, and nearly 3,000 people were killed when terrorists crashed hijacked planes into the buildings. President Biden is set to make an address soon in Alaska. The FDA is approving updated COVID-19 boosters from Pfizer and Moderna. The updated shots target Omicron subvariants circulating throughout the U.S. A CDC advisory committee will meet this week to review the safety and efficiency of the jabs and vote on recommendations for who should get the booster. Over 2,800 people have been killed after an earthquake rocked Morocco. The death toll is expected to rise. Thousands were injured as the quake were the strongest to hit the nation in more than a century. The United Auto Workers Union is now just 3 days away from a possible strike against all 3 Detroit automakers. UAW President Shawn Fain told workers on Facebook Live that he has rejected contract offers from Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis, and says that they have not yet offered them a fair contract. The union wants pay raises of 46%, with the companies offering raises between 9 and 14.5%. Stellantis proposed the largest wage increase. For Newsfile at 5:30, I'm Anuya. Your look at campus news is next.
Your place for Plymouth Canton Community Schools updates.
It's campus news.
In campus news, the Plymouth High School soccer team will host their annual Pink Out fundraiser on Tuesday, September 19th, as the Wildcats take on the Salem Rocks. The game will support Rosemary Lutz, who lives in our community and is battling breast cancer and several medical complications. Each year, for over 40 years, a group of students from the park has traveled to Washington, D.C. for the week-long close-up trip to Washington, D.C. This year, the close-up trip to Washington, D.C. will take place from February 18th to 23rd, 2024. Anyone interested in the trip should attend an informational meeting for students and parents on Wednesday, September 13th at 7 p.m. via Zoom. More information is available on the PCEP page of pccsk12.com. Plymouth Canton Community Schools Department of Student and Family Engagement wants to help upper elementary and middle school students start the school year with tools to find success. They're hosting Homework 101, a family's guide to middle school work at home, on Tuesday, September 19th at 10 a.m. at the Canton Public Library and at 6 p.m. at the Pioneer Middle School Media Center. More information is at pccsk12.com. For Campus News, I'm Fahad. Your look at sports is next.
Football, baseball, basketball, hockey.
It's time for Newsfile at 5:30 Sports. In PCEP sports action today, PCEP's girls field hockey team visits Farmington High School. Michigan State has suspended head coach Mel Tucker without pay amid harassment allegations. Athletic Director Alan Haller made the announcement Sunday as the school investigates claims that Tucker sexually harassed a rape activist and sexual assault awareness speaker during a phone call last year. The allegations, first reported by USA Today, come after Tucker signed a 10-year, $95 million contract in 2021. A formal hearing on the matter is scheduled for next month. The Tigers are celebrating another series win over the White Sox. Detroit beat the Sox 3-2 in the rubber match of their 3-game series at Comerica Park. Spencer Torkelson had 2 hits and 2 RBI for the Tigers, who won the season series over Chicago 8-5. Sawyer Gibson-Long went 5 innings to win his MLB debut. The team is off today before opening up a 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds tomorrow at Comerica Park. The Lions are looking ahead to their Week 2 matchup with the Seattle Seahawks. It will be Detroit's home opener after the team opened up with a 21-20 victory in Kansas City last Thursday. The Seahawks opened their season with a 30-13 home loss to the Rams. For Newsfile at 5:30, I'm Leo. Your look at traffic and weather is next.
From M14 to I-94.
Your look at traffic starts now.
The I-275 construction project continues to slow traffic down through the Plymouth Canton area. The freeway is down to 2 lanes between M14 and I-94. That's all for traffic. Your look at weather is next.
88.1 The Park with your local weather forecast.
Rain could be around for parts of the next 24 hours. Tonight's low will dip to 61, with tomorrow's high topping out at 68. Right now in Plymouth Canton, it's 72 degrees under cloudy skies. On your source for the best local news, 88.1 The Park. For Fahad and Leo, I'm Anuya on Newsfile at 5:30. Stick around, Box Office is next, followed by Plymouth and Canton's hit music at 7.